Here are some things.
All right, and here we are, Some Things Podcast listeners, episode 27. Today for you, we have in store a fun-filled day with Luke and his adventures, more movie reviews, and also more free agency in the NFL. What's going on? What's current? How are you guys doing? I'm with my co-host today,
Luke
and
John.
And we have a very, very special guest in-house today. We also have...
Peter.
Yes, we have Peter.
So anticlimactic.
Welcome, Peter.
I know, like, build it up. Okay, we're gone.
I think I'm Peter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So,
Gotta double check.
Yeah, would you guys care to explain what Peter's doing in the studio today?
Well, do you remember the when we did our what's it called? New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
So, Dylan, you had quit smoking, and you don't smoke, but people who smoke get cancer. People who get cancer need chemotherapy. Those who have chemotherapy experience hair loss, so
Yep.
we had you do a buzz cut.
I did.
Okay.
My buzz cut.
See how the logic works? John, your resolution, I believe, was
Eat
to
healthier?
Eat healthier.
Therefore,
So you just didn't do fast food for a month.
Yeah.
For 1 month. And you accomplished that.
I did.
He did.
I got spend more time with family. So to do that, over the last 11 hours, I have been handcuffed to my brother Peter.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Peter and I are in the studio right now, handcuffed to each other.
They are. It's
Might
romantic.
I add their furry red handcuffs?
Yep.
Furry red
Yeah.
handcuffs that John bought for us.
And our
beautiful.
hands look amazing in this stuff.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, check out our Instagram story. We plan on archiving that for all time. So
Yeah.
you can go back and watch it. It's like 30 stories long at
Oh,
least.
yeah.
But it's all good stuff.
Yeah, those stories have been constant. Like, I was getting the feeds even when I was at work and everything. Like, just seeing updates, and I was just like, oh my gosh, they're really doing this. Oh, it was insane.
Yeah, so you can see our whole day, and by the end of this podcast, it's gonna be about time to take off the handcuffs. So
Yeah.
stick around.
Yeah, it should be good. Probably a welcome relief for you guys. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and I know there's gonna be videos of it on Instagram and whatnot. What were some of the other things that you did that maybe that weren't recorded that you guys had some adventures with or maybe a hard time with
Well,
today?
honestly, we recorded just about everything. Here's
Everything.
the thing with handcuffs: you can't change your clothes.
Ooh.
You can't take off jackets. You can't add jackets.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Peter came in like a baseball tee and a flannel, and I had my t-shirt and a jacket on and a hoodie.
Both look very handsome.
Just because we had to be prepared for whatever. So we've just been going with our sleeves rolled up all day trying to cool down. But it's been hot.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. You guys have been having to wear these long sleeves all day long because you can't
Yeah.
take your clothes off.
Yeah, so stick to the tail end of the story and you'll see us playing Twister.
Oh,
That was
gosh.
exhausting.
That was a nightmare. My leg hurts still.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's one of the things you didn't get inside the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's also been a little bit strange walking through like Walmart or going to Panda Express and people are just like looking at the handcuffs, looking up at us.
Making direct eye contact.
Yeah, so I mean think about Walmart. Like it's full with
Right.
people stocking up for what?
Oh yeah, there's some little thing going around right now. I think it's called the
Bud Light virus?
Yeah, the Bud Light bacteria, something like that.
Or Peter, the special name for it?
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, you had to have been hiding under a rock like for the past week and a half or whatever, but there's something called the coronavirus that has somehow now become a worldwide pandemic and everyone is freaking out about it. And like Luke was saying, everyone's been in stores, flooding the supermarkets, Stater Brothers, Costco, Walmart. Places are selling out of basic necessities such as water and toilet paper because, as we all know, that's what stops viruses.
And all canned goods and all bread.
Cereal,
all
too.
Meat.
Cereal, yeah.
Cereal, there is some cereal left in some stores. I heard that CVS had some cereal.
Yeah, I was at Walmart today. The only thing left was the plain Cheerios.
Ooh.
And I understand.
Yes.
why
Yeah,
that's
nobody
the only
wants that.
thing
Like
left.
hour at a time.
Yeah, so if you find yourself locked in a bunker for the next couple of months, then
Ugh.
hopefully your groceries come in handy. Other than that, come on.
Yeah, it's so stupid, man. Like, what upsets me about this is like people are already, especially the media, like, you guys should be sued. I'll agree with your dad on that one, because, again, they've blown this thing way out of proportion. It's got, in the short span that it's been around, it's got over 1 billion mentions through media. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything.
We were one of them today.
Yeah,
we
look at us now. We're talking about it.
We
because
did hashtag COVID-19
oh, gosh.
on our post.
I was even thinking about, too, you should design the color scheme for our episode to look like the coronavirus. They have it depicted.
What is the coronavirus?
You've never seen they have like a picture, like a color scheme. I think it's like a red grayish, like it's.
I'll look into it.
Yeah,
I'll
if you look up images, it looks kind of funny.
Put like a Nickelodeon kind of a splash.
There we go.
Yeah.
Slime splash.
Yeah.
Nick. But yeah, so again, what I was saying, what upsets me about this is people going so nuts about this stuff. It's like there are actual elderly people or even young babies that are now deprived of baby wipes and toilet paper, just general necessities that they need. People are even taking out formula, like baby formula.
The diapers are all gone too. I saw that at Walmart today.
Like, what the crap, man? Like, people need to live, and I see posts about people talking about, like, oh, look, I guess us, stockpilers had the right idea. You can't call us crazy now. I'm like,
right, okay.
No, it's because of you crazy people that this is happening. It shouldn't be this bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy that, like, the grocery stores are going to be wiped out, so I got to go in there now and wipe it out.
As they walk out the store with 3 or 4 carts full of crap that they don't need.
I am the one who will wipe out Walmart.
And you know what's funny too is you guys are talking about them buying up canned goods and everything. Sarah actually did a little bit of shopping just so we don't get like super left in the dust with this crap. But it's like they actually left canned goods on the shelves at like Aldi and whatnot. And it's just like,
really?
Yeah.
There was nothing left at Walmart.
Yeah, there was
like the
nothing.
canned goods were completely gone.
Now that I mentioned Aldi, it's probably going to sell out. But I mean, like they didn't do
Aldi
anything.
Sponsor us. You're welcome.
Yeah.
The only thing in the meat section at Walmart was liver, and I understand that.
Yeah.
No one
I
wants
think
to buy
Like chicken liver?
Just
chicken and
liver.
beef. I don't know.
Fun fact: bluegill fish love chicken liver.
Okay.
Yeah, went fishing at the lake over by John's house. So my friend and I, Noah, we took a stick from a tree and some fishing line from a trash can and some chicken liver from a trash can and caught like 9 bluegill in an hour.
Holy crap.
It was pretty impressive.
Yeah. But so yeah, speaking of this stupid virus, people panicking and buying up everything. I think, Peter, you said you had a story about like where you work and how it's been affecting you.
Yes, I work at a particular place that we do a lot of shipments of many different kinds of things.
And they shall remain nameless.
Yes, they shall remain nameless. And just so much more toilet paper at work than normal. And toilet paper, surprisingly, toilet paper is not packaged well enough. You get these large boxes that weigh only 5 pounds, and they can't package it well enough for it to stay in the box. So we've got toilet paper rolling around on conveyor belts.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm a supervisor there, so I'm part of management there. And I'm thinking to myself, during Christmas we had people stealing iPhones. Now we're gonna have security worrying about people stealing the most valuable thing in our warehouse.
Oh my
that
gosh.
is toilet paper now.
They can sell it on the black market.
Dude, I've already seen rolls and like bags on eBay for like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
It's
like the Popeyes chicken sandwich all over again.
or Twinkies.
Twinkies.
You don't remember that whole thing where like everyone,
you know
Hostess
what?
is gonna
Yeah.
get canceled, no more Twinkies,
Oh,
and everyone
yeah.
bought up a bunch of
Forgot about
boxes, and
that.
it's like, oh, sure enough, they got bought out, and they're still making
Yeah.
Twinkies. So it's like the same thing's gonna come around the corner. Oh my gosh. It's like I said, it's blown so far out of proportion. It's like people are acting as if HIV and AIDS went airborne. Like that's how freaking paranoid they've been the last few weeks. And it's just like it's not that serious. You look at the statistics; it's just way down there on the death toll. Most of it's just elderly people who died in China where they initially didn't have the means to like take care of it when it first happened. And it's like again, China they lost a couple thousand people out of a population of what, close to 1 billion that just live in their nation. It's like, come on now, it's barely a fraction of their population.
Yeah, I think it's been a little over 400 here in the United States, and that's sad. But we have a population of what, over 300 million?
Yeah.
We're talking far less than 1%.
It's the death toll I think is under 4 total, like worldwide, and it's like, look, people, I'm not trying to make super light of the situation because again, I can applaud places for shutting down and not wanting to spread this thing so quickly, like whatever, that's, for public safety and health, whatever, that's good. But people are just way overboard with this crap. It's too much at this point. I'm already annoyed with it, and I hate the fact that we're having to talk about it, but people are so stupid, we have to!
Yeah, we don't want to make light of it, but I mean, on a serious note, this hysteria is causing problems all over the place. We're talking about drops in the stock market that are draining people's retirement. Stuff they've saved up for over 50 years all of a sudden isn't there anymore because people are afraid of a virus that probably won't have any effect on them at all except for the amount of toilet paper in their house. It's irresponsible, the amount of panic that's being put into this.
You know what's the worst about the toilet paper thing?
What's that?
Our household had to buy single ply.
Oh, that
was all that was left.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
I'm so sorry.
that's a prostate exam waiting to happen.
My butt is rough.
Just have like a little bottle of like ointment ready.
Yeah,
like every square.
Oh no, I'm gonna start using those lotion infused tissues.
Yeah.
A hole indeed deserves puffs indeed. A hole in need. There you go.
A hole in need
deserves puffs indeed. Oh gosh, man. Yeah, I actually have something that's kind of along those lines. I did hurt myself this morning. Okay, so
really?
Yeah. So all right, I was
using toilet paper.
Did you use the one ply?
It was okay. It wasn't toilet paper, but let's just say it was related through body stuff that needed to get taken care of, and the lotion kind of. Okay, hear me out. It's getting weird. It's getting really weird, but just listen to me, all right? So, as you guys know, me and John have talked about like wanting to work out, lose weight and stuff before his wedding. And Luke and Peter just messing with their handcuffs.
I had to twist my wrist through the handcuffs, and it hurt.
Yeah, guys, they are literally just stuck this way for, again, 12 hours it was?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, jingle, jingle, jingle. All right, John's going to get a picture. He'll put it up on Twitter later.
You need more pictures? Oh, okay, Twitter.
I mean, for posterity while we're recording. But
That's
yeah,
my face.
so again, what I was saying is, again, me and John have been doing our workouts and everything. We're checking in with each other.
1, 2, 3.
And today I did my workout, and it was, again, I'm doing my little GSP routine or whatever. And again, just because I've like sweated so much at work, because I had to go do overtime this morning, like, my thighs, they kind of rub raw. I'm a bit hefty in that area, so it's just like my thighs, kind of like my lower butt. It's just like getting chafed and everything from all the kicks and jumping, whatever else I've been doing, all the sweat getting down there. And so after I showered, I have some lotion, and it's got like aloe vera or like the shea butter, stuff that's supposed to like kind of help heal like sore, tender areas. And so this might get a little graphic for our listeners, but just it's a funny story, so I'm going to tell it anyway. So there I am. I'm getting ready to come out here to Moval after my work shift. I did my workout, and I'm pulling my boxers up, but I have to obviously get the lotion on my areas where it's starting to chafe. And so, Sarah sees me doing this, and I'm like, my pants are halfway up. I had to go wash my hands off because I had lotion covering them. And so I'm kind of like waddling down the hallway. I'm about to go into one of the rooms, and I freaking catch my foot on her guitar case in the living room as my pants are like around my knees. I've got lotion on my hands, and I'm waddling down the bathroom or down the hallway to get to the bathroom. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that hit 3 out of the 5 toes.
Dang.
It hurt so bad, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't pull my pants up. I couldn't get the lotion off. I was just sore, and it still hurts. My toes are crushed, man. Oh, it was so painful.
I'm just imagining that episode of Friends where Ross wears leather pants and he pulls them off, but he can't pull them back up because of sweat, so he's using lotion and baby powder trying to pull his pants back up.
It was so bad. I'm like I said, my legs I look like a crab person because I'm just like, that's how far apart my legs were, because I didn't want my pants to fall off, but I still couldn't pull them up at the same time. And I just whack right into the guitar case.
You should draw a picture of this.
Oh my gosh, I might have to. I'll do a little
on Facebook,
like a flip book thing.
Yeah,
A flip book, yeah.
But yeah, so that was one of my weird stories that I had happen to me today. But we always like to share with the listeners other weird stories, and of course, I like to bring to the table, am I the butthole?
yes.
Ooh.
So speaking of my chafe butthole, we're gonna hear about this butthole story.
I thought it wasn't your butthole. I thought it was.
Well, whatever. I mean, somewhat in that region. Again, lower butt, thighs. You get the picture. All right, John. If you want to rub lotion on me later, you can verify where the sore spots are, and then we can talk about it later in the podcast. All right.
Yikes.
Sound good to you?
Only if they can watch.
Deal.
Look at this guy bargaining for us. This is great.
He's gonna get a third pair of handcuffs, and it's gonna be like a 3-way thing where you guys are tied at the ankles.
No.
I'm tied together with this guy.
Dude,
Wait, real quick.
That would be a good one, Peter. Instead of handcuffs,
Chinese finger cuffs.
do a 3-legged day.
Oh gosh.
Next time,
A day. Well, 12 hours.
12. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
next time we
Yeah.
have you guys handcuffed, which is going to happen again
Oh,
because I
boy.
just decided right now, we're going to have to upgrade you because those handcuffs I bought you, those are the beginner handcuffs.
Dude, these
gosh.
we're on the last, like the widest setting.
Yeah. It barely holds,
It's
huh?
barely doing the trick.
Yeah, I'm again for the short few hours I've spent with them throughout the day, like when they were doing this whole challenge, like that thing's been digging into Luke's wrist, Peter's wrist, like it looks bad.
It's
man.
been worse for Peter. The fluffy part seems to stay over my wrist a little bit better. It's been a battle for Peter all day.
Yeah. So next time we'll get the intermediate handcuffs because
Well,
they sold like 3 different tiers of handcuffs.
Yeah.
Just rub the lotion on it.
Make
it'll
sure
be
you
fine.
get the plus size handcuffs.
Plus size handcuffs. All right.
Luke's got a fat wrist.
Because we're plus size.
Yo,
Definitely.
Your wrists are thick.
Yeah.
Double C thick.
Yeah, we may be thin for guys, but for women, we are thick. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Two
All right.
C's.
So yeah, now that we've gotten off track, am I the butthole for walking out of my sister's wedding as an organist because she told me last minute that she didn't have any vegan options? All right. I am a 19-year-old male, and my sister, of course, is a 22-year-old female. I got married a week ago. She was rather mean to me growing up, and I still don't like her very much. Several months ago, we were all having dinner as a family. I was asked by my sister if I can be an organist for her wedding. She told me that she can't pay me, but that she would at least have food at the buffet. Since most of the gigs that I do are paying ones, I initially said she's going to have to pay me, but my parents got mad at me and told me that it's unreasonable to expect family to pay for playing music. Excuse me. I asked my sister if there'll be vegan options for her buffet, and she told me that she'll make sure that there will be. So I gave in and agreed to play as long as she had vegan options for me. When I arrived on the day of the wedding, my sister came over to me and told me that she wasn't able to get any vegan options for the buffet. So she got an Impossible Whopper for me from Burger King on her way there. Yeah, it gets better. Not only was that completely insulting, it has mayo in it, so it isn't even vegan. I told her that I'm not going to play for a wedding unless she sends me $200 on Venmo right now. She went and discussed it with her fiance, only to be told that she can't do it. So I immediately left the wedding and muted my sister, her fiance, and my parents on my phone. There was no music for her wedding ceremony. I went to go see a movie with my friends instead. When I got home, my parents were predictably very angry and screaming at me, but I refused to apologize. I honestly don't care that much what they think anymore at this point because I'm already moving out in less than a month. My sister is now demanding that I reimburse her $2,500 for the organ rental and is threatening to take me to small claims court. I told her to pound sand because not only was that not in the contract, she didn't even uphold her end of our verbal agreement. Am I the butthole?
Yes.
You say yes.
I'm a musician, and I still say yes.
Ooh.
I think if he would have just gone ahead and done it without pay, without food, then she would have been the butthole, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But
And she might have gotten him back afterward. Like,
Yeah,
man,
I mean, like-
sorry for all the missing communication.
yeah, because
You know what I mean?
that's a jerk thing to do. Don't get me wrong. It's not like just get over it, man. It's not like that. It's a big thing what she did to him. That's not cool. I think you should pay even your family members if they're providing you with a professional service.
Right.
I would hope to get paid for something like that. But the fact that he completely walked out and didn't even go to the wedding and left him hanging with absolutely no music at all, at a certain point you just have to suck it up and take one for the team and be like, they wronged me horribly in this, but I got to do what I got to do. And he didn't do that. I think that's a pretty jerkish thing to do.
Yeah, I think that what she did was unreasonable, like absolutely unreasonable in every single way.
Right.
But with everything that he did, I think it could have just been resolved with him just saying, "Look, it's her wedding day. Once in a lifetime, I can suck it up and deal with it."
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the worst that happens? He played keyboard.
Organ.
And doesn't eat
It's a keyboard still. He
and
played
doesn't
the
eat
organ.
for a few hours.
Although, from the perspective of that, she treated him like crap growing up. They never got along, and she's not paying him and not feeding him
Yeah.
properly. I do understand his anger. The sibling thing, I get that, but I still think he's more of a butthole than she is. I think she's definitely a butthole, but he's like a much larger butthole.
Yeah.
I guess I could clarify too. I said once in a lifetime thing. I guess that's hopefully once in a lifetime, but still, I mean, once, twice, 3, maybe 4 times in a lifetime. But
Can I finish? 7 Sinner.
7, 8, 10.
1001.
Yeah.
Little office humor there.
You know, I think I'm going to be the odd man out because I'm calling her the butthole on this one. I'm not siding
It's
with
not
this.
quite odd yet. Go ahead.
No,
Well, okay,
I'm
'cause-
torn. I'm in between. My
So
butthole's
okay,
torn.
here's you're torn between buttholes. Okay, so here's my thinking behind it, right? Like, and I remember discussing this with Sarah, and like we kind of had a split view on it as well, I think. But my thing, you know, even like the whole growing up stuff aside, I can super relate to the fact that your family trying to guilt trip you into doing things for free, like constantly. That sucked for me growing up because it's like I had to give up programs such as middle college and like after school football and everything, like other programs I was involved in to watch my family members. Now, I love my nieces, I love my nephew, I love my family overall. However, them trying to do that crap of like guilt tripping me into like, you know, taking care of their kids or like doing this, what, you know, whatever else it may have been for free at the expense of me trying to spend time with my friends or doing something else that I could have possibly gotten more involved in. That kind of irritated me to no end because they just expected it all the time. Like, oh, you better do it. You better do it. You better do it. So I just like reading that from his story. I'm like, this is just pissing me off. And like, at the very least, it's like he was even willing to waive the fee in general. Just be like, look, just give me food and I'll be fine. And I don't like defending vegans much because they can get on your nerves and just, have I told you I'm a vegan in like the last 15 seconds? No, you haven't, but go ahead, tell me again. But it's like, again, this is the one time where you're going to hear me on record defending a vegan because I think they at least should have done that for him. It's too much to ask for somebody.
Depends. Was it a single Whopper or a double Whopper?
It still had mayo on it as well.
Here's the thing. I think music especially, and it's funny coming from me, I think music is a different case. It is not work in the same way that if, let's imagine he was
being a caterer
let's
or
imagine he was a woodworker or something. And they want him to build the, what's the thing that called... The thing you stand under when you're getting married.
Arch?
The thing, just call it the thing.
Wedding arch?
No, there is a name for it though. Shoot.
Yeah.
How do I not remember this?
Anyway, if they're like, build this and we'll feed you food, that already is like, no, you got to like pay for it.
Right, that's materials cost and everything.
Yeah, and then like music is different though. Let's be real. When you play music, you're enjoying it, hopefully, and it doesn't require a bunch of physical work. So to be tricked out of a vegan meal and having to play a little bit of organ, that's not a terrible day. That's not bad. And it's the kind of thing where he could have gone in after and said, look, we'll take care of this. I'm going to do it now, but we're going to deal with this later. We're not done with this. We have to figure this out.
Again, it's like I'd like to give the family the benefit of the doubt, but again, they were already guilt tripping him. They're already telling him no, no, no repeatedly after, you know, several times of him asking, like, can you pay me up front? No. Okay, I'll do it for food. Can you still pay me at least since you didn't have the food? No. Okay, well, like, it just seemed like they weren't going to cave into anything he asked for at all.
He's moving out. What's the worst case scenario? He played organ for 2 hours.
Well, and even then,
at most,
it's
like,
probably
he's
not 2
playing
hours
for the
because he's just doing for
Yeah.
the ceremony. So it's just, you know, the wedding music of her walking up, maybe a little bit like during vows or something, and then when they walk away,
Yeah.
it's only for like an hour tops.
Yeah.
And then also the fiance or future husband or
The finance, no.
whatever you want to call him. I don't blame him, definitely for sure, because if I was the groom in that scenario, and the musician last second, because of whatever circumstances, no matter what the circumstances is, last second demands $200, I'd just be like, then no, we just won't have music.
But he only got
That's
to that.
your fault.
He only got to that point because they didn't provide him the food that was promised. Like he wouldn't have asked for the $200 if they just gave him a vegan meal.
I think if you're willing to say, then we won't have music, that's fine. You're just like, I don't want that deal. If you're like, no, he should do it anyway. I think at that point, no, if you really want music and at this point he's making demands, you better just pay up. $220, that's what he was demanding, right?
Just $200.
$200?
Just $200.
Of all the wedding expenses, John,
That's like nothing.
Dylan,
That's
Peter,
nothing.
you guys are all familiar with the wedding process.
The food is by far like the most expensive thing, so everything else
is $200 a whole bunch to add on top of everything else?
Not really in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. So if the groom was expecting there to be music after he said, no, we're not going to pay him, shame on him. If he was saying, you know what, we'll go without it.
And
that's
shame
fine.
on them.
Yeah.
Shame on them for spending $2,500 or whatever it was.
Yeah, for
to
an
rent an organ.
organ
To
rental.
rent that's so stupid.
Yeah, if you're gonna rent an organ for that much and then not pay the person to play it, and so like they're jerks. I'll give you that. But on the day of the wedding, to say, "Oh, fine, I'm not doing it," to one of your family members for less than an hour of music, it's what you do already. I mean, come on.
But okay, so if they were willing to spend $2,500 on an organ rental, they couldn't cop up 200 more.
They should have.
Yeah,
They
that's
should have,
like,
yeah.
it's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The 200 in the grand scheme of things of a wedding is nothing. Like
The thing
I
is,
blew 200 on decorations the other day, and it wasn't even like a fraction of what we needed.
Right.
the thing is, it could have been dealt with after the wedding. You
Yeah.
can always get paid late. I don't recommend this. I don't recommend going in with the attitude, "Oh, they can pay me later." But if worst comes to worst and your sister's getting married and they need someone to play the organ and they don't have anything to pay you with at the moment, they say, "You know what, we're going to handle this later. We're not done, but I'm going to help you out in this case."
Again, it's like I'd love to go there with you and agree in that statement, but it just doesn't seem like it was going to go that way at all from the way family was acting. So it's tough.
I'm sticking to my guns. They're both buttholes.
Yeah, I think our buttholes are split on this story. Can't quite make the judgment call, but you know,
We're all gonna have to see doctors tomorrow.
yeah, we're gonna have to, man, get more lotion. But you know, that being said, I think it's time for us to transition to the
Sports. Oh, just kidding.
One more thing.
One more.
Pie Day.
It is Pie Day.
Happy Pie Day. Peter, why is it Pie Day?
Yes, it is Pi Day.
Mr. Mathematician.
In case you don't know, I am a math major at a local college, and so I'm a very big fan of Pi Day. Pi Day is my kind of day. It's Pi Day because today is March 14th, which is 3-14, and pi, as many people know, is 3.14 yada yada
How
yada.
far can you go?
Gigawatts.
How far
Yeah,
can you go?
I'm a math major, but no, I don't do
Isn't
that.
it like 1,
You don't
4,
do
5, 3,
random
9?
numbers.
It's I don't
And
even
then
know.
after that, I have no idea.
Something like that. I don't know. Got to watch Night at the Museum.
It might have
again.
been. It might have been 3.14195.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Isn't there a computer that's currently calculating how far this number goes? It's like still adding on digits, or is that not
As far as
happening
I
anymore?
know, I don't know.
Yeah.
All I heard is that they haven't found an end yet.
Say it again.
Oh gosh.
3.14. Is it 195?
Oh, it's 159.
159.
Close though.
Close.
Leave it to the math guy to get
But
something
anyway,
wrong.
so to celebrate that, you may have seen it in the story already. We got some pie.
Yeah, we did.
It's pretty good. It's delicious.
Very delicious.
Anyway, that was all I had to add.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, one more disclaimer. Again, in regards to that story, I still love my sisters. I still love my nieces and nephew. I love my family. Just let that be clear on this radio podcast, Spotify
doesn't.
podcast, whatever. But now, it's time for us to transition to the entertainment portion of the podcast. Not bad. Peter did not participate.
Wow, what
It's
the
okay.
heck?
Peter's a drummer.
We gotta
Wait,
do it again.
we'll
we gotta
hear-
do it again.
Do it
No,
again.
no, that's okay. We'll hear Peter later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he-
For those of you, for those of you
Oh, I'm
who
sorry. Was I
don't
late?
know, for those of you who don't know, Peter is the drums of Some Things podcast. He does
He
the
is.
sports intro. He's the drummer on the sports intro.
Yes. He
He's
is.
bad. No, I won't even say.
So when it comes to the sports intro, we're not going to play the music, but he's going to sit there and go, boom, 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 boom.
That's not even how the theme goes.
I know, whatever the theme is, I don't know. I don't remember.
John's just like, that's drums, right?
John was practicing his beatboxing.
That was one of the worst drum impressions I've ever heard.
I'm not a drum impressionist, so how would I know?
Oh my god.
Is there anything entertaining?
Oh yeah, there's a few things that are entertaining. The coronavirus has screwed up entertainment for everybody. Oh my gosh, man, I want to talk about it. I was so excited. I was looking forward to A Quiet Place 2 coming out my birthday weekend, and this stupid coronavirus has ruined movies. It's postponed several already. It's postponed New Mutants. It postponed A Quiet Place 2. It's postponing Fast and Furious, and that was supposed to come out months later. Oh,
Are you a fan of movies?
I'm a fan of movies.
Wait, are you sure A Quiet 2 Place? Or A
Quiet-
Yes.
A Quiet Place 2 got postponed?
Yes.
That's what John Krasinski.
No. Did you the post?
His initials are John Krasinski.
Yeah, okay. I
Those
thought
are
it
the
was
JK
okay,
names.
never mind.
I know. No,
I thought at the end. Okay, because listeners, he writes this whole paragraph.
this is John Krasinski. Yeah.
I'll just read it. It says, "To all our Quiet Place fans, One of the things I'm most proud of is that people have said our movie is one you have to see all together. Well, due to the ever-changing circumstances of what's going on in the world around us, now is clearly not the right time to do that. As insanely excited as we are for all of you to see this movie, I'm going to wait to release the film till we can all see it together. So here's to our group movie date. See you soon. Hashtag A Quiet Place 2, take 2. And then it ends with JK.
Yeah.
And so when I first read it, I was like, oh, man, that's a
kidding.
good one. I was like, Jim's back to his office pranks again. And I was like, that's a good one. And then he just informed me that those are his initials, you idiot.
Yeah, but again, that's because when I first read it, Sarah first read it, you first read it, we all thought the same thing, J.K. But he really should have just put John K. period, as opposed to J.K. That was just bad on his part.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, but it's just like, and so on top of that, it's like all these movies are getting postponed because again, I think the CDC is recommending that groups should not gather more than 250. I think it's
something like that.
250.
250 is the magic number for the coronavirus to not be there or whatever. But yeah, so it's like because of that, movies are shutting down. Theaters themselves are now, I believe AMC's gone on record. I don't know if Regal's doing this too, but they are selling only half the tickets for their auditorium. Like once half the tickets are reached capacity, then that's it. They're not selling anymore.
Stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, don't touch anybody. Just wave hello and all this stuff. But yeah,
I saw that movie.
Amusement parks are closing. Disneyland shut down. And
I heard that for the rest of the month, right?
Dude, it sucked, man. It's like I think most places are closed through March, at least to the beginning of April. And what sucks is like I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe I'll have the backup plan of going to Knott's. Sure enough, hours later after Disneyland closed, Knott's saying we're doing the same thing. All these
Disneyland closing is a big thing, by the way.
What was kind of funny is after they announced that they were going to close whatever start date was, everyone flooded Disneyland the day before it closed. So it's just
sucks.
you probably got it if you went there that day. Congratulations. But
I'm telling you, I will bet money that by the end of this month, all this crap will be over with. The cereal will be gone. It'll be back to normal.
That's all I'm hoping for. It's not even the virus I'm worried about. It's
they're
people.
only postponing all this stuff for 2 weeks, which is the end of this month. I'm telling you, by the end of this month, it's all going to go away. That's why I feel like it's partially conspiracy. Not like I know the virus exists, but it's just nonsense. It's going to be over in 2 weeks.
People are
My
blowing away out of
classes
abortion.
are all online until April 26th. And I'm a music major. I'm talking rehearsals are online.
Concerts, it's going to sound horrible.
All concerts are canceled. Yeah, it's not going to be actual rehearsals online. They'll give us an assignment, like learn this tune, take a solo over this, But yeah, all of my classes, so music history, conducting, like a combo lesson, it's all going to take place online somehow until April 26th.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just like, cause honestly, part of me, like with all these other places shutting down too, like, again, because they've shut down concerts and even comedians are shutting down their shows too because they don't want to tour and get people to.
Stagecoach got pushed to October.
Yeah, so all these different giant live performances are getting shut down, and postponed because of again the coronavirus. And honestly, like John was kind of talking about the conspiracy theory thing, I think a lot of people are shutting their businesses down just out of fear of if we don't do this, we're gonna get looked at as bad, because we're not doing something.
They're just following the crowd.
Yeah, so it's just one after the other is okay, well, they're closing, so we got to do it, otherwise we're gonna look like the bad guys. So now they're doing it. Oh well, crap, they're doing it, we got to do it now. Oh,
it's tragic.
It'll be a new "Am I the Butthole" story.
It's a domino effect, and it sucks to see.
The media is the butthole.
I understand there is that little cause for concern, but like you said, John, this whole thing's just it's over the top.
Yeah, I mean, you want to. The whole point of being concerned is to have the least amount of damage possible.
Yeah,
and the amount of damage we're doing in preventing damage is insane. It's so overkill. It's defeating the purpose almost completely.
Right. But, and what's crazy too is all the doctors, all they're recommending is just basic hygiene. It's were you guys not doing that before? Just wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Keep it simple.
What we don't realize is that people aren't stocking up on toilet paper. They're actually buying it now. I don't know what they did
They
before.
weren't buying it at all.
Did you guys know use toilet paper?
We just scooped with our fingernails.
Hey, you know what? Joke's on them, because you know what hasn't gone out of stock at the store?
What?
Adult diapers. So we're fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I've had coworkers tell me worst case scenario, I'm just hopping in the shower. If worst comes to worst,
just get some loofahs and just
go
to town.
Or you can get a Raiders jersey. Ooh, we're not sports yet.
Or they ought to buy those what are those things called? That French thing where it like sprays water.
Bidet. Yeah.
Those are amazing.
Oh, you've experienced that?
Dude, you've never used one?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I've
dude.
never used one.
On those two, like sometimes depending on the nice type of one you get, they can heat the seat, like all this kinds of stuff.
I do like a warm
wow.
seat, like especially in the morning when it's cold. It's like I don't want to put my butt on something cold, but
You know, what do they do? I don't know what they do in space. Like, I know how they pee in space.
dude, yeah. Oh man,
I never really thought about the toilet paper side of things. They just
now you got me thinking about
shoot
diarrhea
that
in
out the window
space.
too?
The diarrhea?
No, the toilet paper. I mean, it's
don't
not
know.
really littering.
I think they burn it for warmth.
Wait. Luke said they shoot it out the window. Would that give a new meaning to the word asteroid?
It's a combination of ass, turd, and roid.
Oh, that was more in depth than I thought it would be.
And it got real quiet real quick.
Yeah. Back to entertainment.
Yeah.
So you're saying that turd was in deep.
What? Did anybody catch that besides John?
I don't know.
Just go back and listen to it later this week.
Oh my gosh.
Will do.
Do.
Doo-doo.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. So again, there's not much else. I mean, again, with this thing is postponing all the new releases that would have come out for me to review. But in the meantime, we did actually get a couple reviews still. I went to the theater on Friday. I did see Bloodshot. And Peter, it's your first time on this episode on the show in general. But we both saw Onward. So we can both go into review about that.
Whoa.
All right. So I'll start with Bloodshot.
Welcome
and then we
to
can.
the podcast, Peter.
He's prepared, man. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw a movie.
He had fun as an adult. Yeah. All right. So I saw, Bloodshot. That's the movie with Vin Diesel based off of a graphic novel involving Ninjak in the Valiant Universe. It's a pretty good movie. It's another comic-based thing. It's not DC or Marvel. It's its own thing.
A superhero movie like you've never seen before.
Yeah. So it's like this guy's basically like a super soldier enhanced with like nanites in his blood that like cause him to heal instantly. And it's pretty friggin' epic. Like a lot of the fight scenes are pretty cool.
So G.I. Joe? Because G.I. Joe had that. The nanomites where you heal.
Nanomites?
Yeah, that's what they were called.
Nanobites?
No, that's what they're called. Nanomites.
Nanites?
Nanites. Same thing.
Okay.
They ripped off G.I. Joe. That's all I'm saying.
This came first. I mean, not this specific
I
movie,
feel
but
like it hasn't.
the comic has to have been out before that G.I. Joe movie.
Bro.
We will
But
check dates.
who's to say the nanites, whatever, weren't in G.I. Joe in the old comic books? None of this graphic novel crap. They're comic books.
The old cartoon never had nanites.
Wait,
Maybe.
They had a weather
nanobites?
dominator, but I don't remember.
Nanobites or nanobots?
Nanomites.
Nanya business.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Plus, The Rock
I
was
don't
in the
care.
second G.I. Joe movie, so they totally just stole it.
The first one was garbage.
Oh, hey, we're going to fight.
You liked the first G.I. Joe movie?
I did.
Oh my god.
But it's just because G.I. Joe was like my favorite growing up, so that's probably why.
That was the one with Channing Tatum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
It could have been crap, but like nostalgic wise, like I liked it. I don't know.
G.I. Joe. That wasn't even how
the
you do
guy
the
looked
tune.
like he was trying to be Darth Vader.
Yeah.
The Rock.
No.
No.
Oh no, that was actually what's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? He was the one who became a Snake Commander, whatever the heck they call him.
Wow, Cobra Commander.
Cobra. Yeah, I was close. For
Uncultured
someone who doesn't-
swine.
We'll have to
Snake
do more
Commander.
studying before we talk about this one.
Snake. Oh, I wasn't planning on talking about G.I. Joe. He brought it up.
like the Snake Captain.
Snake General, Cobra Commander,
Indiana Jones' archenemy.
Viper Colonel. I mean, we can go on.
Did you say Indiana Jones arch enemy?
Yeah.
Mamba Sergeant. Oh gosh, this is stupid.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the bloodshed movie.
Bloodshed.
Peter, they're not going to make it through this. It's down to us.
Oh, that's not good.
What'd you think of Bloodshot?
Oh gosh.
I didn't see Bloodshot.
Dang it, neither did I.
Okay.
Vin
But
Diesel's-
Vin Diesel looked cool. Bald
Vin
as
Diesel's
ever.
bald. There's action.
Is he like a phlebotomist or something?
John is gone. Dylan is right behind him.
All right, Dylan. How was
I've
Bloodsport?
been up since 3. Oh my gosh.
All right, back to
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Bloodsport.
Oh, good lord.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And Bloodsport is another movie, but it's
Oh,
we're just
not-
we're just giving random names at this point. Oh gosh.
It's not Van Dang. It's
Blood-
Van Dam.
Bloodshot was good. I give it a B. Check it out.
Give it a B for Bloodshot.
The theaters will be empty.
John,
You'll
you're
be
on a
good.
different planet right now.
There was hardly anybody in the theater, man. It was great. I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. It's got action. It got people and things happened. And
What the heck is wrong with you, John?
It's so funny.
He's actually crying.
I'm so defeated. Oh my god.
Move on. What's the other
Check
damn
out
movie
Bloodshot.
you guys watched?
Check it out. Go support Vin Diesel. The
What was-
stupid coronavirus is ruining his opening weekend.
What was your overall grade for that one?
B. I give Bloodshot a B.
For blood.
B out of 10.
B out of 10. Okay.
Wow,
Now moving on to.
that sucks. No.
Peter's the mathematician. How are those stats?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, and it's not really easy to say, but I think it sounds like it sucks.
A B.
B out of 10?
You heard it from Peter first.
I mean, a B is basically an 8, right? It looks like an 8 out of 10.
That's true. It does look like an 8.
That'd be an 80%.
Mathematically
Peter, you're the
Technically-
math guy. Doesn't B equal 8?
Well, B is the second letter out of 26 letters, and so 2 out of 26 is less than 1.
Oh god.
Ooh. Your ratings are crap.
Onward.
The movie.
All right, Onward is the story. I was going to say the tale of two trolls, played by Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, who go on an epic adventure to bring their dad back to life for a day, and they only have 24 hours to resurrect him, as a magic spell goes a-weary, and they have to go on a quest together to save him.
That's a little
So-
bit darker than I thought it would be.
Whoa. A weary?
A-weary? Did I say that right?
I don't think that's right.
It's not a-wary. Awry?
Awry.
Awry is another word, but I want to say...
Haywire or
I'm a math
awry?
major, not an English major.
Yeah, I did not do good in
Weary
English
wouldn't
either.
work.
Awry, I think, is what you're looking
Yeah.
Awry, fry, French fry. Moving on.
for. Those do rhyme, yeah.
Yeah. Good job,
So,
Dylan.
Peter,
Give you a B.
but we'll discuss this while they kind of laugh themselves into hysteria. What did you think
like you
of the
did
movie
earlier.
as far as plot, originality, cast? Like, what did you think of the story overall?
I thought it was very good, actually. It, well, to say as much as I can without spoiling anything.
Yes, we do want to be spoiler
Yes.
friendly because it's still only,
Yes.
what, 2 weeks
No-
into
yes,
review? Yeah.
No spoilers. I will just say that the plot of it all, or not the plot, but there was a little twist in there that I think made the movie very different than what I expected.
Right?
And you see that the movie, very very similar to how Luke and I have had today. The movie is about brotherly bonding, and they end up spending they spend a whole day together,
Right.
and of course, just like in any other movie, there's all this drama and all this stuff going on.
Oh my goodness,
There's
this
the
really
fun times,
is
the
about
bad
us.
times, and it ends up with them just like, "Oh, you're my brother. I love you." Da da da.
So basic nonsense.
And but
Dang.
but it was very good.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it, and it's very very children friendly, obviously,
Yeah,
as you can see from the rating if
Yeah.
you look it up.
I definitely give it a good grade too for the originality because it is something that's unique in its storytelling and it's in the aspect of how it goes about telling
Yeah.
said story. So
Finally
again,
something new.
something new. It's an animated movie, good for all. Good for all. You want to take your kids to go see it? Definitely worth it.
Now we just need something borrowed and something blue.
Oh, and
I
something
don't know
old.
what that's.
Oh no, we have old stuff.
Something
guess-
old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
Wedding, Dylan. Jeez.
I don't care anymore. All right, so moving on to the next category for Onward, Peter. Talking about the action / comedy / drama / family. What'd you think?
Action / comedy. Oh, geez.
Again, just like things that were applicable to the story. Like, how do you think it played out? Obviously, the whole thing's computer animated, so it's like that CGI is maybe not necessarily a.
Was it action packed?
There was about as much action as any other animated movie.
Yeah,
But the thing that's special about this movie, as I was saying, is that the plot. There's so much more than just surface level with this movie.
yeah, I
It
definitely
was
think,
interesting. They definitely put some creativity and some thought into the story.
Yeah, I don't think you ever have a bored. John's trying to get into the handcuff
John
game.
handcuffed himself
To the
with his
podcast
headphones.
equipment.
To my headphone wire.
How?
I was just twiddling with the wire, and then I put my hand through it. I don't know how it happened.
Put your left hand in. You put.
There's something different with John.
This whole episode, man. But yeah, so yeah, no, I definitely agree with Peter because like again, I don't think it left you bored at any point of the movie. I don't think there was any kind of slow moments or anything, and I think it's probably a little longer than most kids movies are. But again, it still kept you entertained. You didn't feel like you were just, oh my god, is this thing gonna be over? I want to leave already. My kid's enjoying it, but I'm not. Like nothing like that. Let's see, and then I just talked about length. How about the music, Peter? Did you think the score was good? I know you do play an instrument, like Luke mentioned. You are the drummer for our sports intro.
I don't remember.
Yes, I did not.
He's a drummer. Don't forget.
Overall, if the music is what you go to movies for, which I don't know why that would be the case, because there's so much more movies than just music, obviously.
Right.
There was nothing special about the music that I can think of.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there was any one song that jumped out to me, but again, everything seemed to fit. Nothing seemed off, so I guess it's just
it didn't seem
overall
off.
average grade on the music. But you know,
Your wife is gonna be like, Peter,
how dare you?
She's gonna burst in.
She gonna stab him. All right, and then what would you say?
Wait. Did it have like songs in it?
It wasn't a musical
I'm
thing,
sure
no,
it
not
did.
like that. Oh, I think he's talking about like them singing.
them singing.
No, just background
Yes,
score.
thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah. It's not a musical, so if you don't like musicals, you're good.
I'm sure it had music in it.
Like when I saw the preview for this movie, I legit was excited. I was like, "Cool, this seems new and interesting. Like, I'll
Right.
go watch it." I haven't watched it yet, but I plan on it.
That's work. Yeah,
I mean, it
check out.
wasn't
You and
like-
Savannah could go.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, what's that movie, that really old movie, is it called The Birds?
Mary Pop. Oh, what?
That very famously came out and it had absolutely no music.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah. Alfred Hitchcock, I believe it's called The Birds.
The
had no
Birds.
music.
Nope, just people talking and screaming. All right, and then last but not least, would you give this movie the wow factor? The Owen Wilson wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I might have audibly said wow
What? How do you?
at some point during the movie.
But how do you say? How do you say wow?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
All together now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Wow.
That was not together. 1, 2. Wait. Okay. 3 and then go. So that way I can say 3 and then we can do it after.
Wait. I'm sorry. Can I hear everyone's individual wows first?
Wow.
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 Okay.
All right.
I just wanted reference.
Again. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1. 2.
Yeah, Dylan, what the heck, man?
All right. So again, explaining it this time. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then we say wow. All right.
Okay.
Did I
1,
miss it?
2, 3. Wow.
I like it.
All right.
That was good.
Unison.
Yes. So I think overall grade, I give this one an A minus. Yeah. How about you, Peter?
Do you concur?
Yeah, A- is a very good grade for it. I mean, it's not an A+, like, oh my gosh, you gotta go see this movie. But I think for an animated movie, it was very good.
Nice.
I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
What movie would you give an A+ to?
Have you seen anything
Oh,
recently that you? Yeah. Have you?
Well, I mean, I'm a huge fan of any story that's a long story. So all those each Marvel movie that comes out, I know you guys have talked about them many times.
Many.
But when Endgame came out, or just any other Marvel movie, but like Endgame is the most recent.
Okay.
That just piled so many stories together. Oh my goodness!
I
I
told
almost
you he
had
was
no
my
problems
brother.
with Endgame. I almost had no problems with it.
Dang. That's different from us. I know we
dude,
kind
you
of.
should
Well, we
have
had
been on-
problems with it, but
I
I
should have been on that episode.
My favorite part about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is exactly what Peter just said.
The length.
The intertwined long storyline.
The continuity.
you see-
Yeah.
And I know you guys talked about Endgame a lot when it came out, but to bring it up again while I'm here on air with you guys, I had things that I didn't like about Endgame, but like the thing is, I like having things that I don't like about it because it makes it more like life and it's more like realistic,
That is a very generous view to have.
It's okay. We can respect each other's opinions on here and love him for it. All right.
I don't have to. I'm just kidding.
You will respect. In this room, you will respect my guest. No.
Well, you know what?
All right.
Stands up and leaves.
All this fighting kind of reminds me of what it's like to be in an arena full of drunk people, and so I think with that in mind, we should start moving to the sports segment.
Sports.
The stupid coronavirus is ruining my life.
You sound like Shrek when he gets the arrow taken out of his butt.
Donkey! Dude, what is... That has no end. This is... Like, we already finished football season and we're talking about free agency. This thing has shut down the NBA, the NHL, and worthless organizations like Major League Soccer. I mean, it's just shut down everything.
The XFL, too.
And the XFL.
The XFL was actually doing okay.
They were selling more seats than the Chargers.
I didn't like it. The XFL I thought was horribly boring.
Ugh,
the games I saw,
man.
they just don't know how to throw the football. But it was doing okay. They were getting good views, and now it's shut down. And it's like,
everything,
is it going to recover?
Man. Oh.
MLB also has been delayed by at least 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I think, speaking of that, John, you have a funny story about some spring training, right?
Yeah, so some of our friends, me and my fiance, a few weeks ago, they're like, hey, we should go to a spring training game on the weekend of the 15th. Is that what tomorrow's date is?
Yes.
Yeah, the weekend of the 15th. And we were like, oh, that sounds fun. But then we did the math, and like our money is kind of tied up in the wedding, so we couldn't afford to go. And they had booked their Airbnb, bought their tickets for the game, blah, blah, blah. And then a few days ago, I see on one of the Angels pages, spring training has been canceled.
Oh, my God.
The season has been pushed out 2 weeks. And so I texted that picture to them. We have a little group chat. I was like, is this true? And they were like, yeah.
No.
I was like, so basically you're going to Arizona for no reason, right? And they're like, yeah. And then they messaged our other friends, hey, what's there to do in Arizona near whatever city? I think it was Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, they're like, what's near Scottsdale for us to do?
Oh my gosh, man. That would suck so much, planning an out-of-state trip to have the main event ruined like that.
Yeah, and they couldn't get their money back on the Airbnb, so
Right,
they had to go.
Yeah, once you're locked in at a certain point, it's like, no, you don't get a refund, so you have to go. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? That's what I forgot to talk about. Okay, so in our oh my gosh, entertainment portion. We forgot to mention that Tom Hanks himself contracted. Him and his wife contracted the coronavirus.
Yeah, I don't think
Coronavirus.
I've been up too long. I'm done.
Tom Hanks and his wife Rita have both tested positive for the coronavirus.
Yes.
So they have self-quarantined themselves. They gave out a nice little Instagram.
Aren't they at a
social
hospital,
media.
though?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they checked themselves in and they got
I don't
quarantined
know,
there.
but I'm calling BS. I don't think it's real.
All right. So then, the reason
I think
wanted
they're just trying to hype it up with the media.
hype it.
They're part of that whole
Coronavirus 2020.
pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand because what I was going to talk about and briefly mention just before we started the podcast, one of the NBA players, Rudy Gobert, who had like been mocking the coronavirus for like the last week or whatever, he literally went into a press conference and was like saying, "Oh, I'm going to touch all the microphones." Ha ha. Even he came down with the coronavirus. He tested positive for it. But here's the thing: it's like people blowing this thing out of proportion. Like if you catch it, you're dead in 24 hours. That's what they're making it seem like. But one of his other friends, who's an NBA player, has like reached out to him, called him while he's off, self quarantining himself. And the guy's like, he's doing fine. Nothing's urgent. Like just stay safe out there. Be careful. Like that's it. Like it's nothing major. Relax.
Share the toilet paper.
Share the toilet
That's our
paper.
new
Share
hashtag.
bathrooms like Peter and Luke did.
Share the TP.
Share the TP.
Share the teepee.
That's a true story. Not share the TV, not share the TV.
Oh gosh,
share the bathroom.
Who used it first?
Oh yeah. Peter and I forgot to mention that because we didn't record any of that for obvious reasons. But we have had to go to the bathroom together.
Did you wipe your butt with the handcuff hand?
We determined that we
That's why the fuzzy handcuffs are
we
brown.
determined that just as you did a fast food fast, Peter and I have done a poop fast.
Oh, you haven't pooped
We have not
today.
pooped today.
We got it all out early on.
So we're looking forward to pooping after this.
Pre-handcuff.
But we did have to pee twice.
Dude,
So the question is, do you have to poop right now?
Yes.
I
just
got
one of you.
one yes and one no.
All right.
So
Split.
I'm looking forward to the end of this episode.
Oh man,
I mean, it's fun, but I gotta poop.
he's gonna
Who
drop an
votes to
asteroid.
extend the handcuffing by 2 hours? Aye.
I don't want to be that mean to him. But man, yeah. So that's what's going on again in the sports world, and all of the world is just coronavirus, and here we are talking about it on my freaking podcast because the stupid people just kind of blow it out of proportion, and I'm tired of it. I hate it. All right,
Dylan might not survive.
I might not survive because
Yeah.
people are gonna make me go insane.
He's not going to get the virus. He's just going to go mentally unstable. And
Have a heart attack.
I'm already
Yeah.
there. I'm gonna be so overworked by the end of this week, doing overtime and then stressing about everyone else's stupidity. I'm gonna just hate myself. But then
we love you, though.
I know you guys do. You guys keep me alive. That's what this is. But, So, while we can talk about a few things, it's not much in the sports because, again, everything's been canceled. So, what are we going to talk about? We have no games to review. We have no sports to look at. Whatever. It's all just postponed indefinitely for the time being. Like, I think to the end of March, most people are, like, closing out things. But there is still the free agency that's going on in the NFL, and things are looking good for the Chargers to get Tom Brady, Luke.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, what do
My
we...
favorite player coming to my favorite team. We're going to win a Super Bowl. It's going to be great.
Yeah, so like I said before on our podcast, when me and Luke debated Tom Brady, I will waive all of my negative comments about him not being the GOAT and everything else if he comes to the Chargers and wins a Super Bowl ringless franchise, their very first one. And again, I will buy a Tom Brady jersey. I will say he's the GOAT till the day I die if he does that. And again, the Chargers have made moves. They got a 3 or 4 time Pro Bowling guard from the Carolina Panthers. They got rid of a left tackle. They still have a high draft pick to continue to build that O-line. And we already have weapons for him to throw to. His biggest complaint was that his receivers were not getting open.
We've got receivers.
We've got Keenan Allen. We've got Mike Williams. We've got a great defense that's actually going to be... Hunter Henry is a great tight end, too, who's a good run blocker. We got Eckler signed. Henry's got the franchise tag on him.
Eckler, Gordon in the backfield. Yeah.
Dude,
Not until they get Corona.
Yeah. We signed the Corona to a 3-year contract. But yeah, so
that's how you're gonna beat the other teams.
Dude, yeah, we'll get them sick.
What would you think, Peter, if Tom Brady came to the Chargers?
Yes, I know you're an avid Brady fan.
Yes, I would be a big fan of that. I'm not as much of a Brady fan as Luke is, but I like Tom Brady. I really do.
You would pick him on your fantasy team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely pick him on my fantasy team just as fast as I could, and I would argue that I think he is the greatest of all time.
See, Peter is in the fantasy football league, so
yes.
He knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. He said Tom Brady's the best, so he is.
Peter's word is final.
Very
That's the end
generous
of it.
to say I know my stuff.
Yeah. So again, I love too when you hear the sports commentators talking about the domino effect, because they're literally basing everything that's going to happen in free agency come, say, Monday or Tuesday, when everything goes live and contracts expire and people are able to bargain, talk with the agents and everything of representatives. Like, it's going to go crazy, man. There's so many quarterbacks that are up right now. Teddy Bridgewater from New Orleans, I don't think they're going to sign him because I think they're planning on keeping Taysom Hill for the next year.
I would be okay with Teddy Bridgewater, too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Cam Newton, he's going to be on the market.
I would be okay with Cam Newton.
Again,
as well.
The Titans are signing Tannehill more than likely to a long-term contract. There's a lot of things that are going to be moving on, and hopefully we get some good news, because I need to see something, man. I'm literally to the point where I have to be all in with Tom Brady, because if we don't get a quarterback, we are screwed. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to draft someone brand new, bring them into the NFL, because they're just going to get worked like a neck bone, and it's not going to be good for us.
They're all kind of flopping anyway.
Oh man, it's like I can't.
Patrick Mahomes worked out okay. Who else?
Well,
Jared Goff is
again
not too bad.
This is one of the things
Prescott,
this is what I get upset about, because again, after when I found out that Phillip Rivers got released by the Chargers, and I found out that we could have picked up Deshaun Watson and have him as a backup, training and getting him ready to take Phillip Rivers' spot as the quarterback. Like, I hated the fact that Phillip Rivers was like, no, if you do that, I'm leaving. And so we just like, okay, well, we'll keep Phillip Rivers, and he's been throwing interceptions left and right. Like, it's freaking Oprah giving away cars to a live audience. And so it's just like, we could have had Deshaun. We could have been set. Like, we would have had a mobile quarterback, and like, Deshaun Watson's finding success with a super bad offensive line and the Houston Texans O-line. And it's like the Chargers could have at least done way better than that. So again, it's a headache for me. I'm glad Rivers is gone. Like I said, thank you for your service, but whatever, you're gone. You're out of here. But anyway, I don't know what else to talk about, guys.
Let me tell you something about Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy
Bridgewater, dude, that is like the manliest woodsy name ever.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Like, okay, Teddy
Really?
Bear, Teddy Roosevelt.
That's
Oh, we'll have to get back
You
to
know
that.
what that means?
Peter's birth control.
Peter's birth control.
It's time to take our pills.
Yes.
Because when you can't eat canned foods during the coronavirus, you eat pills.
Yes.
Yes.
And
that's that.
No, honestly, the 12 hours are done. And Peter, it's been a pleasure, but I am going to unlock these stupid
these
handcuffs.
bad, evil things out of here.
They are gone.
They're gone.
Ooh, my wrist is
Sheesh.
swollen.
Yeah,
How about yours?
We'll have to get some pictures. Oh my
I think
gosh,
it looks
Peter.
slightly swollen.
It's swollen and just red everywhere. Luke's got red marks and everything. It's gosh. Oh, that's just your ugly veins.
I'm proud of you guys. I don't think I could have gone 12 hours doing that.
Yeah, I would
Your
have.
fiance says she could have done it.
With her, maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for the Instagram story, we're free.
Jiggly, jiggly,
Finishing
jangles.
up the podcast.
Wait, get a look at their wrist. Yeah, put your wrists up together to show what the marks look like.
Yeah, so like...
So yeah, okay, so we got red here, red there. Peter, I think Peter's definitely... Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, that
Poor
one.
Peter.
That looks terrible.
That doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't,
Yeah, next time we'll
it
get
feels
the
pretty okay.
intermediate handcuffs. We'll get
Yeah.
the bigger ones.
Gosh, man, that's going to be great. All right.
So yeah,
well,
we're gonna conclude the Some Things podcast Instagram page story.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun,
Yes.
and we're. Did you have some to add?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, make sure that you watch the story because the reason why our wrists are so red is because we did many interesting things today, including playing wiffle ball. We
Football too, a little bit, right?
Yes, we
Football, wiffle ball, frisbee.
yeah we made sure to get a video of us hitting a wiffle ball. We got a video of us catching a football pass on
Right.
a pass that was over 10 yards with us in motion, not just standing there. We had a very fun time. We played Twister.
Ooh,
Yikes, that
that's
hurt.
crazy.
So yeah.
Yeah, and
Check
if,
it out.
if you can do it with sound on, it's worth it.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yes. Must have sound.
All right. Were you finished with your Bridgewater comment?
No,
Or-
I wasn't.
Yeah, I
this,
didn't think
this
you were.
took precedence. This is
Oh,
more
I'm sorry.
important. Okay, so his name's Teddy. That's
Teddy.
Teddy Bear.
Okay.
Okay. Teddy Roosevelt. That dude hunted bears.
That's true.
He was a manly man of the woods.
That mustache, man.
He's a manly man.
Bridgewater. That's like, a little river. He built a bridge over it. Maybe it was beavers. They built a dam and he took the wood and made a bridge. I don't know. But Teddy Bridgewater, that's just like manly and woodsy.
All right.
I don't know. I don't care about his football career. That's a cool name, dude.
He's a little above average. I'll give him that much. Yeah. So I think there was a lot of times in his early on in his career he got a lot of injuries, but now he's been performing pretty well. He went 5-0 with the Saints when Drew Brees got injured. So I think he's
What are
been
you
fine.
doing with those handcuffs?
The fluffy stuff tried coming off, so I had to get it back on.
He had to roll the sleeves up.
But I got it. I got it back on.
He's good.
Okay.
All right.
Worth keeping. That
Which one of
fluffy
you is
stuff
going to
saved
keep
our
those
life.
handcuffs?
I think weren't you wanting those for your?
I don't want them back. They're all sweaty and weird now.
I suppose
You
I'll
can
keep
wash 'em.
them.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with them.
No, you got to hang them in here in our studio.
Ooh, that's a great
Perfect.
idea. Yeah, we'll hang them up here in the studio somewhere.
All right.
Yeah,
we got
when
ideas.
you make the Corona something's cover, you got to attach it to it.
I think that's all we got. Hopefully
I think
hopefully
that's
the
all we got.
Olympics don't get
Oh,
postponed.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of the Summer Olympics, especially. I like the Winter
yeah,
Olympics.
you think
too.
Luke's enthusiastic about baseball and football? No, he loves his
The
Olympics.
Olympics happen. The Summer Olympics are once every 4 years.
and they're the only ones that matter.
Well, the winter ones matter too. I'm a big fan of the Winter
the
Olympics
summer's
too.
the one that-
But summer is you're right. It's a step above.
I love.
He just likes
so-
the men in Speedos.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
volleyball, dude. What's?
They don't wear speedos in volleyball. What's
they
wrong
wear
with you?
shorts, man.
I wear speedos in volleyball. What are you?
That's why I don't play
I
with you
believe it.
anymore.
But anyway, if that
jealous
gets
of my hair.
postponed because of the coronavirus, I will be
Super
quite
sad.
disappointed.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to postpone the end of this episode. The coronavirus can't stop us doing
that's a
that.
good one.
Yeah. But that's the conclusion of this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry the coronavirus sucks. If you somehow know somebody who got sick, again, well wishes. Hope you get better. You should survive as long as you're not elderly or already dealing with an ailment. But love you. Hope to see you and hear from you next
Thanks
week.
for coming on, Peter.
Check out those Instagram
Yes,
stories.
thank you for having me.
Bye.